These starters are starting their 5th game together, the most of any starting lineup this year. Kidd, Barea, George, Nowitzki, and Dampier. That's the starting 5 for Dallas. Scott Brooks is the head coach of the Oklahoma City Thunder. Brooks is 43 years old. He played parts of 2 seasons with the Mavericks, a total of 100 games out of a 680-game 10-year career. Dr. Pepper starting lineup tonight for Oklahoma City, who comes in at 2-21. In the backcourt, Russell Westbrook alongside Damian Wilkins. Up front, Kevin Durant from Texas, Jeff Green in his 2nd year from Georgetown, and Johan Petro in the middle at center. That's the starting lineup tonight for the Oklahoma City Thunder. It's Mavericks basketball on TXA 21. Mark Followell, Bob Ortigal, joined by our sideline reporter, Emily Jones. Em?
Well, guys, we get things going tonight with the Pine Creek Medical Center injury report. The same story for the Dallas Mavericks for the 10th straight game that would be playing without forward Josh Howard. He, of course, is still suffering from that ankle injury. He remains in a walking boot. And as for the Oklahoma City Thunder, they will be without Wilcox, that's Chris Wilcox, and Robert Swift as well. So a depleted lineup a bit for Oklahoma City, but definitely Dallas missing Josh Howard a little bit more than anybody right now, guys.
Thanks very much, Emily. And Chris Wilcox dislocated a finger in Oklahoma City's last game against Memphis on Wednesday night, a 108-102 loss. He's expected to miss some 10 to 14 days. Underway at American Airlines Center, and of course behind Emily in that report a moment ago, you saw the soldiers that are around the front row of court tonight, part of Seats for Soldiers night here at American Airlines Center. About 150 on hand, 60 or so of them from Tinker Air Force Base at Oklahoma City, and over 90 of them are here tonight from Brooke Army Medical Center in San Antonio. Front row Maverick season ticket holders donating those tickets for tonight's game. It's the 5th year that has happened.
And a very, very special thank you to those season ticket holders.
Yes.
Because that is a tremendous gesture on their part.
Jeff Green started the scoring for Oklahoma City. Jason Kidd misses a 3-pointer.
Don't underestimate some of this young talent on this Oklahoma City team. This is a dangerous team. You look at the record, you might think one thing, but I'm here to tell you, they will surprise you. This is a team that franchise, coaching staff, and community fan base have to be a little bit patient with.
Barea gives to Dampier, and Dampier will have a chance to get Dallas on the board with 1 minute and 5 seconds gone by in the game. First team foul on Oklahoma City on Johan Petro. Dampier over the last 4 games averaging about 9 points and 10 rebounds a game. For the year, averaging 5.5 points, 7.5 boards. He goes to the free throw line where he's hit 63% this year.
Mark, do you remember which shoulder it was that Dampier hurt a couple years ago?
Well, let me tell you, first of all, Bob, that scoreboards this quarter are brought to you by AAA Texas. Visit AAA.com for a quote on auto insurance. And it was his right shoulder, Bob.
Yeah. He just kind of flinched a little bit when he went inside. I just was curious if that might have been the shoulder, but it certainly appears to be all right.
Remember, he had a significant tear in his rotator cuff that required surgery after the 06-07 season. He talked about it with us at the ensuing media day afterwards, and he said it was so painful in recovery from it that he had to sleep in a recliner for about 4 weeks because of the shoulder's placement in a sling.
I do remember him discussing that. I'll tell you what, there's some quickness out there. Boy, I tell you, Green has made a couple of quick moves. It was an excellent pass on a spin lob that time. It probably wasn't quite high enough, but the pass still went through.
Jeff Green on the free throw line where he's at 73% this year. He has started and played in every game for the Thunder and is averaging 14.5 points, 5.5 rebounds. Got them both, and he's got the first 4 for Oklahoma City. Let's see how long it takes tonight before one of us says Seattle. This is, of course, the former Seattle Supersonics who moved to Oklahoma City in the offseason. As a matter of fact, the Mavericks are a part of history in that, Bob, they played the last game in Seattle on a Sunday night last April 13th. And the Sonics came back late in that game for an emotional send-off victory, 99-95. Even though at the time no one knew for sure if it was going to be the finale, there was still the off-season court battle that loomed, but obviously that was settled and the franchise was then moved to Oklahoma City.
I hadn't even given it a thought until now you brought it up. So now if I'm the first one that says Seattle or the Sonics, it's your
Dirk Nowitzki gets the scoring started for Dallas.
Kevin George with the big assignment of guarding Kevin Durant. And that's what Scotty Brooks is doing. He's going right at Dirk. He's going to Green with a basketball and they're going right at Dirk Nowitzki.
And you mentioned Kevin Durant, who's averaging 23 points and 4.5 rebounds a game. He is 9th in the league in scoring as Barea misses. Dampier with the offensive rebound. Oklahoma City has the early 6-2 lead. Mavericks will turn it over with an offensive foul. Gary Zielinski on the call, who's on the crew tonight with Eddie F. Rush and Matt Boland. And the foul is called on Dampier for his first, and the Mavericks' first turnover of the game.
I thought Green did a good job not allowing Dampier to go where he wanted to go, and when that happened, Dampier pushed him. When he pushed, he got called for the foul.
Wilkins gets it back. He traveled.
See, once again, Oklahoma City went right at Dirk Nowitzki.
Well, you bring that up, Bob, and just theorizing a little bit here as Nowitzki hits his second basket. You know, when Scott Brooks was in the CBA, he played for Bill Musselman. And one of the things that Bill Musselman was known for, and we saw his son Eric Musselman do it when he was the head coach with Golden State in Sacramento, is they would repeatedly attack at least who they perceived to be the other team's weakest link defensively. They would go after them possession after possession after possession and isolate that player. And I wonder if we see any of the Musselman family influence on Scott Brooks' coaching style.
That's entirely possible, because along the way, coaches have a big impact on on players or young coaches, and they take some of that stuff with them.
Barea feeds Dampier. He'll go to the free throw line. Missed a couple earlier, and we'll get two more here with 8:26 left of the first quarter. Foul is on Damian Wilkins. Third team foul, first on Wilkins. Dampier's line from the game against Charlotte on Thursday. You know, before the game tonight, Rick Carlisle said, dating back to the fact that he actually roomed for a few games with Scott Brooks in the CBA, he's not surprised at all this happened. He saw the makings of a guy who could eventually be a coach one day. And Bob, you obviously got the chance to cover some of Scott Brooks' games here for his 2 seasons that he played in Dallas, a total of 100 games. Did you see those tendencies?
Yes, yes, because he was a guy that didn't make a lot of mistakes. He was not a starting point guard in this league. He was a backup point guard, but you could trust him because he did understand that's a very good job attacking the rim by Green once again. Scott understands the game. Didn't make a lot of mistakes when he was on the floor. May have been limited somewhat physically, but never, ever with his knowledge of the game or the mental part of what needed to happen.
Oklahoma City's lead is 6 as Jeff Green has 8 points. Here's Barea driving and scoring.
By the way, Scott Brooks was a freshman in college at TCU before he transferred from there after his freshman year.
And then completed his collegiate career at Cal Irvine. So Barea gets the bucket, and it's a travel on Petro.
See, those are the kinds of mistakes that are probably really hurting the Thunder this year. You saw a little bit earlier, that's a second traveling violation where Wilkins had a traveling violation. That time it was Petro.
Oklahoma City's 1-10 this year in road games. Their only road win against Memphis on November 29th. Their only other win was in their second home game against the Minnesota Timberwolves. That was on November 2nd. Offensive foul, Kevin Durant. No, he traveled. It's a turnover in any event. And with the travel, that's 4 turnovers now on Oklahoma City. Durant hasn't hardly had any touches early on. And in that situation, he does get a touch, but travels. Mavericks turn it over, though. They give it right back.
Thunder's help side defense has been pretty good.
Kevin George, the defensive assignment against Durant. Spins, shoots, and hits.
He is going to be a heck of a player, let me tell you. But he is a small forward, I think. I don't think he's not a power forward.
Averaged 20 points and 4.5 rebounds a game last year as he won the Rookie of the Year. This year, Durant, in his second year from Texas, averaging 23 points a game, gets on the scoreboard for the first time tonight as the Mavericks take timeout. Seats for Soldiers Night at American Airlines Center. Oklahoma City up 6.
This February, the biggest basketball event in the world is headed to the city of Phoenix. 2009 NBA All-Star Balloting presented by T-Mobile allows you to vote for your favorite NBA players. Log on to NBA.com and cast your vote. Also vote on your mobile phone at WAP.NBA.com or on your T-Mobile phone via T-Zones. Vote now and vote often, and you could win a trip for two to Phoenix in the NBA 2K9 sweepstakes. The 2009 NBA All-Star Game live from Phoenix, Arizona, February 15th, only on TNT.
Mavericks game night on TXA 21. First time out of the game, the Oklahoma City Thunder lead by a score of 12-6. Certainly a fitting sign for the holiday season. Seats for Soldiers Night here at American Airlines Center. And guess what, Bob? It is now possible to text us during the game. If you have a question for either one of us, text Mavs TV and your question to 4Mavs. That's 46287. Metro PCS, unlimit yourself. Standard text rates apply. And I love texting, you know that.
You ought to be good at that. I know.
I'm not going to text back, but we will answer the question on the air at the appropriate time. There's another traveling violation. This one committed by Dallas by Devin George, and Oklahoma City has the ball back. Emily?
Well, guys, I rode over on the buses. I was there at DFW Airport to greet the soldiers when they came in. Have to admit, I got a little teary-eyed when they walked off the plane, and everyone that had gathered around that gate just applauded them. There were some people there in the airport that were crying. The way these guys have been received has been really incredible, not only at DFW Airport, but also at Abacus Restaurant. I sat with two guys named Michael Almakinder and William Myers. Michael is 20 and William Myers is 21. These two baby-faced little kids looked at me and they said, "We've never been in a restaurant this nice in our lives." Couldn't believe the way they've been treated, and it really has been a very unique experience, and they're so thankful to the Mavericks and to the season ticket donors who really did step up and give them their seats.
Three-point play there for the rookie Russell Westbrook out of UCLA, and Oklahoma City now leads it by 9. Posting up Jeff Green. Oh! Glass and missing. Devin George with an offensive rebound. No lineup changes made yet by either team. George misses out of the corner. Offensive rebound. Dirk back to the hole to score.
When you're struggling like the Mavericks are right now, you need to get some fast break points and you need to get some second chance opportunities, and that's what Dirk just did. And you have to continue, and I'll just say it again, and actually Rick Carlisle has said it himself many times. You cannot underestimate anybody in this league. There are some good, talented players on this team. They may be struggling record-wise, but that doesn't have anything to do with the next game.
Russell Westbrook. Rebound Dampier. Deflection, but Kidd still grabs it. Oh, remember what that soundbite. Correa makes the move, but Petro rebounds. That soundbite we played in the fourth key to the game tonight. He said Oklahoma City would be desperate for a win, and desperate teams can be dangerous as Kevin Durant misses the three and Dampier rebounds it. And makes a good outlet to go.
That's a heck of a pass by Dampier. Really, really a fine pass. He had his head up. See, it's infectious.
Absolutely.
Jason Kidd's got Dampier looking down the floor.
Durant. Dirk the rebound. Kidd flips it back. It rolls through Dirk's legs, but Barea is there to pick it up.
It was the right pass, but it was not a good pass. It was low and tough to handle.
Dirk traveled. Wow.
Did we miss the meeting before this game about traveling?
Well, at least here in this situation, nobody traveled. As far as we know, Dirk driving to the hole, and there's that Dampier pass again, Bob.
Excellent pass. Looking up the floor, have your head up. Dampier, doesn't want to handle it too long anyway. You'd like for him to get rid of it as quickly as he can, but nice job.
Jason Terry is subbed into the game for Barea, and Sagata Diop has come in for Dampier. Defensive 3 seconds on Dallas. That's something I have seen Dampier do pretty well the last couple of years. I think even before Jason Kidd got here, as I think when he gets a defensive rebound as Bass goes in for Dirk, Damp's a pretty darn good outlet passer.
He does look to get it out, but he's played that position all his life. So he knows on the defensive board when he comes up with a defensive rebound, I need to find somebody to get this to right away. And I do think he's improved in that area, throughout his career.
Technical foul for the defensive 3 seconds on Dallas, and Durant made the free throw, I should say.
And you want to talk about a tough pass? Green just made a really, really good pass. And Durant on the other end with a really good catch. And I go back to something that I feel so strongly about. If it's in the mind of the passer, it has to be in the mind of the receiver. And that is applicable not only in the sport of basketball.
Sure, absolutely. What did you mean by that, I wonder?
Figure it out.
4:12 left in the first quarter. Boy, how appropriate was that?
I didn't say anything. I really do believe that. If that guy with the basketball is going to cut it loose, that receiver has to be thinking that way too.
Dick Collison has come into the game for Oklahoma City.
Oh, nice. He looked the other way, looked to his left, Terry did, and went down low with a pass. Another example of Terry's playing better defense and passing the ball better this year than in his entire career. I'm convinced of that, and I think it's because of Kidd.
Diop gets the dunk. Then Diop defends Collison. Russell Westbrook with the rebound. He misses the chippy. Westbrook trying to save it in. Dallas. Devin George steps in front of Durant. Through traffic. Kidd to Terry. Short on the 3. Slapped out of bounds with 3.5 minutes left in the first quarter. Earl Watson will come in for Oklahoma City as the Thunder have possession of the ball.
He is a natural point guard. Watson is. Look at Terry looks back over here and makes the pass down low. Looks to his left. Right back at you in your family room and then drops it down to Diop. That's really good court vision. And he actually looked off the defender by doing that.
Big collision.
I think George got away with one there.
5 on the shot clock. Watson with a rainbow. Collison.
He is a rebounder.
Yes, he is. Kick ball.
Collison is a rebounder, and he's a below the rim rebounder. He's just a tireless worker, relentless in his pursuit of the basketball.
Over the last 3 games, averaging 13 points and 9 rebounds, and shooting 68% from the floor. Jeff Green rattles one in. He's the leading scorer in the game with 10. Dirk's got 8 to lead the cause for Dallas, and Oklahoma City has an 8-point advantage. Pass over Green.
Been playing well, hasn't he?
11 points a game over the last 7, but what's more impressive is the fact that he's shooting about 62% from the floor in that stretch. Had 11 points, 9 rebounds in 24 minutes against Charlotte on Thursday. Diop the defensive rebound. Missed shot by Russell Westbrook.
Two great passes by Green, both of them to Durant.
Get for three, and on the money. And the find was by Jason Terry for his second assist of the first quarter. Green driving, reverse layup. He has come to play tonight. The second-year forward from Georgetown.
How good does he look? My goodness.
Fifth pick of the 2007 draft. He's 22 years old.
And Durant's 20
years. Yep, and Durant's 20.
22 and 20.
Steal, Durant.
Look at him handling the ball. He's going to the basket. No. I don't think he can. I don't think he can catch that. Is that ball touched?
I think it glanced off somebody.
Oh, okay. All right.
Terry in the paint. Final minute of the first quarter. Remember, between the first and second quarter, we will show you some of the ceremony involving the recognition of the soldiers tonight here at Seats for Soldiers. Sitting on the front row at American Airlines Center. Seats donated by Mavericks season ticket holders. It's very special, really is. Another shot made by Jeff Green. What a start. Terry. He hits, answering back. .4 remaining in the first. Both teams have a foul to give here at the end. Watson against Terry.
Jedi versus Sith. Good versus evil.
I will deal with the Jedi myself.
And a few laughs in between. You've just taken your first step into a larger world. Star Wars, The Clone Wars. A new adventure this Friday at 9 p.m. Their galaxy isn't far, far away anymore.
We're clear.
Only on Cartoon Network.
A special tribute from all the U.S. military personnel currently serving or on reserve. Our Mavs front row season ticket holders collectively got together and decided to donate their tickets to these troops who have donated and dedicated their time and their lives protecting our freedom. Tonight, please join me in welcoming the men and women from Brooklyn Medical Center in San Antonio who are issued Iraq or Afghanistan. And the guardsmen from the 36th Brigade Combat Team who have served in active duty. Thank you to American Airlines, Abacus, and all the Mavs season ticket holders who made tonight possible. But most of all, thank you to the men and women of our armed forces for their service to our country. A special thanks to all who have generously donated their time, front row tickets, or financial resources to make this event possible.
From the lake to Minnesota, to the hills of Tennessee.
Special moment here at American Airlines Center. We're back with the second quarter after this.
Mr. Barkley, you're here to answer for possible violations.
As an analyst for the NBA on TNT, now, do you have anything to say for yourself?
Yes, I'm 1,000% innocent.
Well, is that so? Upon being asked about the team defense of my beloved Dallas Mavericks, did you not say, and I quote, "My mother could score 30 points on those guys"?
No, I said my grandmother could score 30. My mother would drop 45 on them.
The NBA season is here. You can get all the action and excitement with NBA League Pass. This is your complete season pass. Order now and get the best games, countless moments, and lasting memories for only $189. See the top stars and your favorite teams wherever you live all season long. And watch games online with NBA League Pass broadband, which is included with your subscription. Get NBA League Pass now for just $189. To order, call now.
Forward to playing in Boston, having fun. We all are energetic about trying to be the best team we can be.
Of our fighting men and women.
Yeah, I don't know what you can say. I mean, I really don't.
And as we get ready to start the second quarter, let's check in right now with Emily Jones. Emily?
Well, guys, as you mentioned, it's undescribable to see these guys walk off the plane and then, get treated to a great restaurant and then come here tonight. There's a guy, Manuel Herrera, I talked to, who was limping around with his cane, and I asked him if he was okay, and he said, yeah, I just had a discectomy yesterday. And I said, you'll have to excuse me, but I don't know what a discectomy is. He said, oh, they repaired some discs in my back. But I wanted to be here tonight so badly that I thought, oh, well, I can survive an hour-long plane ride. So this thing has grown in legend down at Brooke Army Medical Center. They know what they're going to get treated to when they get to be a part of this experience. And it's been so neat for me to be along the ride with them. And, guys like Emmanuel Herrera who want to come so badly and want to have this experience so badly, it should give a whole new meaning to putting things in perspective, not only for us, but anyone here tonight.
This is Desmond Mason from Waxahachie. He's in the game for Oklahoma City and scores the basket. And the lead for the Thunder is 7.
Good stuff, Emily. Outstanding report. We may have to keep her, Mark.
We could probably arrange for that. In the lane, makes it home.
Strong, just a very, very strong move, aggressive move. And an excellent finish.
By the way, Barea and Sean Williams came into the game for Dallas at the quarter break. Sean Williams hasn't played in the last 2 games, making his 10th appearance of the year. Basket hit again by Green. Bob, he is now 7 of 7. They did take a point away from him for a review of a 3-pointer earlier, but he still has 16 points.
And it looks like Green and Terry are having a game of one-on-one here.
It's a shootout.
I know. Green, what you don't want to do is take a bad shot and break your own momentum. That was not a bad shot. He made a good move, was trying to get to the basket. You get a young player like Green, 22 years old. He's 7 for 7, and he thinks, you know what? I really got it going. I can't miss tonight. And he takes a bad shot or two and breaks his own momentum. Maturity and experience will teach him, more maturity than experience, that when things are going your way, just, take what the game gives you, but don't force it and break your own momentum. He just looks outstanding. He and Durant Durant's out of the ball game right now, but those two guys had a great start to this one. And you have to admire the way this Oklahoma City team is playing. On a night when it's seats for soldiers, that Oklahoma City team has responded very, very well.
They're 8 for 8 at the free throw line in this game. Foul is on Sean Williams for his second. Barea from Terry for a 3-pointer.
Oh, what a rebound.
Williams working the baseline, got it back, but doesn't get the finish.
Did you see where he came from on the baseline, sliding down there right into the middle? That's just really good stuff.
Desmond Mason gets fouled by J.J. Barea with 10:03 left in the second quarter.
It's hard to teach young players that. I mean, it really is the best sliding the baseline rebounder I've ever seen in the Maverick uniform, including Tarpley. I'm talking about baseline offensive rebounder with Popeye Jones. Tarpley was a good one, but Tarpley was a good rebounder at both ends of the floor. Popeye was a below the rim rebounder who just knew how to read shots and rebound. There's a good job there.
Baseline jumper, Dirk. Fortunately for Dallas, Nowitzki and Terry have combined to go 9 of 12 and score 18 points. And that has at least somewhat offset the torrid shooting pace displayed by Jeff Green early in the game for the Thunder. Williams blocks Desmond Mason and gets the rebound. Terry pulls up. 3-ball on the money.
See, he's free, 3-ball right, but he's free to take that shot and he knows it. So he's comfortable in transition coming up off the dribble. That's a tribute. The coach has got to make that player feel free to do that.
It's a 4-point game. Keep in mind, Dallas has not led tonight as Earl Watson misses and passes there for the rebound. Dallas 6-5 on their home floor this year. 4-1 so far on the homestand. Here's Williams for 3, and he misses it. Scoreboards this quarter are brought to you by Southwest Airlines. Southwest Airlines has low fares with no hidden fees. Book now at southwest.com. Desmond Mason with the score. Mason played in Milwaukee last year. The 2 seasons before that, though, he actually has familiarity with playing at Oklahoma City, because remember that in 05-06 and 06-07, the New Orleans Hornets played 35 games each year in Oklahoma City because of the displacement due to Hurricane Katrina, and Mason was on those 2 teams. Pass with a block. Some end-to-end action. Jason Terry pulls up all alone. He had all day. Wow.
He knew he was going to take a shot when he crossed the exit. That's why I started laughing. I saw him slow down. He had a guy streaking on the right side of the floor. He knew he was going for that shot. That was interesting.
Dirk and Chet have carried Dallas right back into this game. Those 2 have the last 12. And the soldiers at American Airlines Center loving it tonight. This all gets started because pass turns away Earl Watson. And then Jason Terry, a leisurely stroll up the floor. No defensive pressure and bullseye.
Jedi versus Sith. Good versus evil.
I will deal with the Jedi myself.
And a few laughs in between. You've just taken your first step into a larger world. Star Wars, The Clone Wars. A new adventure this Friday at 9 p.m. Their galaxy isn't far, far away anymore.
We're clear.
Only on Cartoon Network.
Mavericks have pulled back to within 1 in a game that they have not led. Oklahoma City in front 38-37. 8:04 left in the second quarter. Well, it is the holiday season, and when it's the holidays, what better gift than Maverick tickets? And the holiday ticket plan, you can order yours today with a 4-game plan that starts at $65 a package. The plan includes games against the Knicks, Kings, Raptors, and Warriors.
The Mavericks have gone to a zone. 2-3 zone.
Played in the shot clock. Earl Watson got it to go. That's a long 2-pointer for Watson, the veteran from UCLA, who averages 6 points and 6 assists a game. By the way, I understand that if you order that holiday ticket plan now, you will receive a free Maverick dancer calendar, which was shot on location in Las Vegas this past summer.
There's that patented shot once again by Dirk Nowitzki, that step back off the left foot, that time over the veteran, Joe Smith.
Kevin Durant. Rebound, Jason Terry. Again, the Mavericks have not led tonight until now. Sean Williams gives them their first advantage of the game.
Well, I'll tell you what, I really see a lot of promise in that young man. If he just is patient this year and works and then has a great summer in terms of improving his game, he's going to make an impact in this one.
He's in his third year in the NBA. Shot is good for Desmond Mason. And remember what Dallas gave up for Sean Williams. Eddie Jones, who was certainly not part of the future plans, had only 1 year left on his contract and ended up being bought out by Indiana. And they also gave up 2 second-round picks. And keep in mind that Sean Williams was a mid-first rounder in 2006. So that could turn out to be quite a trade if Sean Williams progresses the way you feel like he's capable of.
Well, there's no doubt about his skill set. But when a guy has a skill set like that and he has pretty good basketball instincts, he has to be coachable. And he not only has to hear the coach, but it's got to, it has to sink in. And you understand how to play, and then it's working. That's what it is. And look at
Desmond Mason, a former slam dunk champ, gets loose.
Waxahachie.
Yep. And Oklahoma State.
Another guy by a guy by the name of Hanson was in Waxahachie.
Absolutely.
Dale Hanson. I just thought of that.
2 straight buckets for Oklahoma City after Dallas got their first lead. A 20-second timeout taken by the Mavericks with the Thunder in front, 44-41. This is game 6 of Dallas's 7-game homestand. Let's see what Dallas has coming up between now and Christmas as we look at the Mavericks' upcoming schedule, brought to you by Guarantee Bank, the official bank of the Mavericks. Show your support for the Mavs by opening a Mavs checking account today. Well, the homestand concludes Monday night with what should be a great game against the Denver Nuggets at 7:30 on Fox Sports Southwest. And then back out on the road. What is that? The road. I'm not familiar with it.
I'm not either.
Dallas plays Toronto on Wednesday, New Jersey on Friday, and then next Sunday, the Washington Wizards. And the last game at home before Christmas, the Memphis Grizzlies in town, Bob, on December 23rd.
When we leave on that road trip, don't forget to take your passport.
Absolutely. Going north of the border. A deflection, and it's a steal here for Oklahoma City. Kevin Durant.
And your gloves and your earmuffs and your hat.
Absolutely. Looking forward to being in New York City, though, just before Christmas. It's a great place to be for the holidays. A miss by Desmond Mason, and then a loose ball foul on Oklahoma City. Oklahoma City's first team foul. It's Dallas ball when we return. Mavericks have led just one time in the game tonight. They currently trail the Thunder by 3.
This February, the biggest basketball event in the world is headed to the city of Phoenix. 2009 NBA All-Star Balloting presented by T-Mobile allows you to vote for your favorite NBA players. Log on to NBA.com and cast your vote. Also vote on your mobile phone at WAP.NBA.com or on your T-Mobile phone via T-Zones. Vote now and vote often, and you could win a trip for 2 to Phoenix in the NBA 2K9 sweepstakes. The 2009 NBA All-Star Game live from Phoenix, Arizona, February 15th, only on TNT.
American Airlines Center. The Thunder lead Dallas by a score of 44-41. We've got 5:56 remaining here in the second quarter. You can go to Mavs.com or any Academy Sports and Outdoors location to register for a chance to win a Mavericks All-Star experience, which includes tickets to a fully catered suite and an opportunity to meet the Mavs All-Star candidates. 3 of those All-Star candidates on the floor right now. Kidd, Terry, and Dirk. As Nowitzki drops home another bucket. He's 8 of 9. Jason Terry is 6 of 8. Those two have combined for 30 of Dallas's 43 points, as they are both blazing hot tonight. Kidd knocked it out of bounds. Matt Boland saying that it was last touched by Dallas. Kidd thought Desmond Mason touched him before it went out, trying to get control of the ball.
Kidd tried to go to the other official to appeal, and the other official wouldn't even look at him. He just turned away from him.
Appeal denied. Posting up Mason. Mason against Kidd. Joe Smith, former #1 overall pick in 1995 out of Maryland. Terry from Durant. Another score for the Jet. Well, those two guys have carried most of the scoring load. Not all of it, but at least a lot of it since Josh Howard has been out with an injury. So why should tonight be any different? Durant misses. Terry rebounds. The Mavericks try to build on their lead as Sean Williams goes to the free throw line.
Mark, you talked about Joe Smith out of Maryland being the #1 pick. That's only happened 3 times in the NBA. 2 other sophomores, as sophomores coming out now, that were picked #1. Magic Johnson in '79 and Weber in '93, along with Joe Smith.
The aforementioned Smith will go out of the game now.
They were sophomores. They're the only 3 sophomores to ever be picked #1.
He's played over 900 games in his career and averaged 12 points and 7 rebounds, playing with his 8th different team. There's Williams on the free throw line.
See, here it is. It's another night, another game, and another guy off the bench. Tonight it's Williams. Obviously it's Terry and Bass again, but they appear to be in that tight rotation. Williams is out there tonight doing a good job.
There's 1 of 2 free throw line. That's his first missed free throw attempt this year at the Mavericks back. He's now 6 of 7 this year. Tonight he's playing in his 10th game. And Williams gets the block on Kevin Durant, putting up the step back jumper. That's 2 block shots in the game for Sean Williams. Pass goes to the baseline and blocks.
That's a good quick move. Good spin move on the baseline by Bass.
That's only the 5th missed shot in the last 19 attempts for Dallas. And finally a miss for Jeff Green.
Oh no. Easy. Brandon.
Green made his first 7 shots before missing that attempt last time.
That's why I was saying what I was saying. That's not. Oh. Dirk took a shot. Let me tell you, he took a shot.
Green commits the offensive foul. Dirk draws the charge. Jason Terry finally picking him up off the floor.
Watch this. Oh. That did not feel good.
Offensive foul on Green as Dirk steps up to take the charge. And Dirk misses the shot. Rebound for Durant.
Tell you what, the Thunder have been on that 44 for a while.
But Kevin Durant gets him off the 44 and ties the game.
Let me just tell you that if there's time, there may not be here. Only 2 players have scored more as a teenager than Durant did as a rookie a year ago. Only 2. Durant scored 1,624. Carmelo Anthony scored 1,725. And LeBron James scored 1,654. All 3 of those players, when they scored those number of points, were 19 years old. That's pretty good company.
Absolutely. Durant with the score has 11. And the Mavericks have taken a timeout with 3:13 left in the half. It's all tied.
happy to be here. I'm looking forward to playing in Boston, having fun, man. We need to establish who we are. We're learning some things, just very small things. Little small things like that add up. And that's big when you're trying to win a ring here. That's the motivation. We all are energetic about trying to be the best team we can be. It's what it is. We got to win. And we didn't do it tonight. You have to continue to keep your head up. Take it one game at a time. See it like every night I have a responsibility to stay physical, stay aggressive. I can't be as good as I am unless I help the group, the team, every day. We're not a flawless team. We're a team in progress. We have to come out here and play together. Tonight we played great basketball as a good team. You know, we're connected. We kept our composure. We made the sacrifices, and it's helping. It's working. It's working for us. And if we can get through this, then it's one more step toward the goal. Win the NBA championship. It's for us to win, man. Just what we got to do to close this thing out. What's he gonna say now? What can you say now?
Yeah, baby. 3, 2, 4, 3, 2, 1. Happy birthday.
3:13 remaining here at American Airlines Center. Seats for Soldiers night. This game is tied at 46 as the Mavericks host the Oklahoma City Thunder. Devin George subbed in for Sean Williams at the timeout. Jason Terry misses on a long launch from the corner, and Durant rebounds. I thought Sean Williams did some nice things, though, at his 9 minutes on the floor. And earlier, Bob, you said, that one of the things he's got to do is be coachable. And the coach must have a good feeling for him. Otherwise, Dallas never would have acquired him because, of course, Rick Carlisle coached him for a year in 06-07 in Rick's last season with the Indiana Pacers.
Well, obviously, Rick knew more about him than anybody and knew of the potential. But if Williams works, then we'll find that out. Only time will tell that.
Rookie Russell Westbrook just hit. Durant rebounds.
And Jason Terry's not going to miss many of those shots. Kind of talking to himself a little bit, going back down the floor. He'd like to have another look at that shot.
He's cooled off. He's missed his last two. Damian Wilkins blocked by Dirk.
But it was a good pass again by Green.
Now Westbrook knifing through the lane.
Westbrook is another one of those young guys that appears to me to be a very promising young man.
And he was a no-name as a freshman at UCLA, barely even played, was barely in the Bruins rotation. But last year was the Pac-10 Defensive Player of the Year as a sophomore and averaged 13 points, 4 rebounds, and 4 assists for Ben Howland at UCLA. Devin George on the drive. Nope. Dallas trying to get an offensive rebound. It's out off the Mavericks. The shot clock was winding down anyhow, with 1:42 left in the half.
Dirk ran into the official trying to make the save, and Dirk's telling the official now, would you mind getting out of the way? I'm not sure he said it. Oh, no, he didn't. He
got hip checked by Nick Collison.
You think that's not a foul?
If there were the boards there for a hockey game like last night when the Red Wings are in town, you might be able to get away with that.
Hey, how about that Stars win last night? That's pretty good stuff.
Very much so. There's Westbrook driving again and foul. With 1:26 remaining in the half. Fouls on Brandon Bass. Oklahoma City in front by 4. Mavericks shooting 55% and Oklahoma City shooting 49% tonight on the Seats for Soldiers night here at American Airlines Center. Earlier Emily mentioned that they had dinner at Abacus tonight, and Abacus needs to be thanked for their role in this, as does American Airlines, who provided the plane that flew the soldiers from Brooke Army Medical Center up here tonight. Also, BP America donated the fuel for the charter flight. And thanks to TM Advertising and Magna Global for their generosity and support of the program. Emily?
Well, guys, it was amazing to me riding the bus over with the guys. They were asking questions. They wanted to know who was responsible for making this night possible. They wanted to be able to thank guys like Neil Hawks, who helped organize this and start this 5 years ago. They wanted to be able to thank the owners of Abacus and the chef there. They wanted to be able to thank the flight crew and anyone and everyone who was involved in this process. So they were very curious to know how this was all made possible for them.
Be interesting to know when those ladies and those gentlemen finally lie down tonight and their head hits the pillow, what their thought process is as they look back on this.
Green has now missed his last 2 attempts after the 7 of 7 start. Terry thought about the 3, but Damian Wilkins gets there, and Terry thinks better of it. They find Dirk, and he's fouled with 39.7 left in the half.
I think you said the Mavericks were shooting 55%. They trailed by 4.
Shooting 56.4% after getting a basket the last time down, as Nowitzki is 9 of 11 and Terry is 7 of 11. That's a lot of your damage right there. Jeff Green, 3rd foul.
Well, if Nowitzki makes this free throw, he's got 20 first half points already.
Averaging 30 over the last 5 games. And also nearly 11 rebounds in those 5. Had 23 points and 13 rebounds and a dagger 3 against the Charlotte Bobcats in the final minute of regulation the other night. En route to a 95-90 win. And does make the free throw to get to the 20-point first half. A stop and a score would put the Mavericks in position to be tied, or if they can hit a 3.
That's
foul
a tough.
Sean Williams. That's his 3rd, Bob.
It's a real tough play to defend. It's kind of like an old-fashioned version of a play that Adolph Rupp ran in Kentucky years ago. It was called the guard outside. You give up the ball to that man, and you follow your pass and turn the corner, and it's hard to defend. You really have to anticipate well, try to fight your way over the top, stay with that cutter.
Williams' 3rd foul. He's out of the game. Jason Terry back in. And Desmond Mason at the free throw line. Mason only a 50% free throw shooter this year. I thought this was fascinating in looking at some of the notes about Desmond Mason, who is a wing player, Bob. Do you realize the last 2 years he has not tried a 3-pointer? And in the 2 years before that, he only tried 14 threes and made 2 of them.
Excuse me, Mark. He's never been a jump shooter with range. Never. He does not have good range, and he knows that, so doesn't even give it a try.
Yeah, not a 3-pointer attempted in the last 2 years. He did take one earlier this year, and I looked up the play-by-play sheet for the game. It was at the end of a quarter. he had to take it at the end of a quarter. 6 to shoot. Dirk backing in on Collison. On the turnaround. Comes up short. Collison with the rebound. Oklahoma City will have the last shot. Damian Wilkins takes it. Comes up way short. Halftime at American Airlines Center on the 5th annual Seats for Soldiers night, and the Oklahoma City Thunder have led for the vast majority of the first 24 minutes, coming in here with a 2-21 overall record and 1-10 on the road, but behind a big first half from Jeff Green, they are out in front 54-50. Mavericks head back to the locker room. We send it back to Gina Miller and Derek Harper.
This is some game. The Lakers are mounting a furious comeback.
Here we go, 4th quarter. Just watching the clock. You need a score. He's done it all tonight. Oh, what a move.
Oh, the crowd is chanting, Kobe, Kobe, Kobe.
He shakes free. He pulls up with the man in his face. Off balance.
Oh, what a shot by Kobe Bryant. 43 points on the night.
See it. Get it. Experience it. The game happens here. The NBA season is here. You can get all the action and excitement with NBA League Pass. This is your complete season pass. Order now and get the best games, countless moments, and lasting memories for only $189. See the top stars and your favorite teams wherever you live all season long. And watch games online with NBA League Pass broadband, which is included with your subscription. Get NBA League Pass now for just $189. To order, call now.
Clones versus droids. Jedi versus Sith. Good versus evil.
I will deal with the Jedi myself.
And a few laughs in between. You've just taken your first step into a larger world. Star Wars, The Clone Wars. A new adventure this Friday at 9 p.m. Their galaxy isn't far, far away anymore.
We're clear.
Only on Cartoon Network.
You're here to answer for possible violations. As an analyst for the NBA on TNT, do you have anything to say for yourself?
Yes, I'm 1,000% innocent.
Well, is that so? Upon being asked about the team defense of my beloved Dallas Mavericks, did you not say, and I quote, "My mother could score 30 points on those guys"?
No. I said my grandmother could score 30. My mother would drop 45 on them.
There'll be order. We'll have order here.
I'm happy to be here. I'm looking forward to playing in Boston, having fun, man. We need to establish who we are. We're learning some things, just very small things. Little small things like that add up. And that's big when you're trying to win a ring here. That's the motivation. We all are energetic about trying to be the best team we can be. It's what it is. We got to win. And we didn't do it tonight. You have to continue to keep your head up. Take it one game at a time. See it like every night I have a responsibility to stay physical, stay aggressive. I can't be as good as I am unless I help the group, the team, every day. We're not a flawless team. We're a team in progress. We have to come out here and play together. Tonight we played great basketball as a good team. You know, we're connected. We kept our composure. We made the sacrifices, and it's helping. It's working for us. And if we can get through this, then it's one more step toward the goal. Win the NBA championship. It's for us to win, man. Just what we got to do to close this thing out. What's he gonna say now? What can you say now?
This February, the biggest basketball event in the world is headed to the city of Phoenix. 2009 NBA All-Star Balloting presented by T-Mobile allows you to vote for your favorite NBA players. Log on to NBA.com and cast your vote. Also vote on your mobile phone at WAP.NBA.com or on your T-Mobile phone via T-Zones. Vote now and vote often, and you could win a trip for two to Phoenix in the NBA 2K9 sweepstakes. The 2009 NBA All-Star Game live from Phoenix, Arizona, February 15th, only on TNT.
This is some game. The Lakers are mounting a furious comeback.
Here we go, fourth quarter. It's watching the clock. You need a score. He's done it all tonight. Oh, what a move.
Oh, the crowd is chanting, Kobe, Kobe, Kobe.
He shakes free. He pulls up with the man in his face. Off balance.
Oh, what a shot by Kobe Bryant. 43 points on the night.
See it. Get it. Experience it. The game happens here.
This copyrighted telecast of the NBA may not be retransmitted, reproduced, rebroadcast, or otherwise used without the written consent of the NBA. Log on to NBA.com immediately following the game for live press conferences and video highlights.
offenses play the way they did in the first half of this game. We can check that out in tonight's first half stats, which are brought to you by our friends at Southwest Airlines. And you see Dallas shooting 55%, Oklahoma City 47%. The Thunder did not make a three-pointer in the first half, but they were perfect at the free throw line, Bob. Rebounding goes to the Thunder. Bench points decidedly in favor of Dallas because of Jason Terry. But Dirk Nowitzki was the best Maverick on offense with 20 points.
I'll tell you what, you've got to give the Thunder credit. They played an excellent first half. They were very, very aggressive. They didn't back down at all. They were looking to push the ball and get to the rim.
And they did that to the tune of scoring 54 points, 12 of 12 at the free throw line, and they lead by 4. Mavericks game night on TXA 21. Thunder lead by 4 as we get ready for the third quarter.
Mavericks Game Night is brought to you by Jack in the Box, where we don't make it till you order it. 15 minutes could save you 15% on car insurance. Visit us at geico.com or call 1-800-947-AUTO. Lombardo Custom Apparel is the apparel provider to the Dallas Mavericks broadcast team. Thank you, Lombardo Custom Apparel.
At American Airlines Center, Mavericks hosting the Oklahoma City Thunder, and Oklahoma City leads it by a score of 54-50 as we look back at first half highlights, brought to you by Jack in the Box.
Jeff Green and Kevin Durant were just outstanding. That's Green getting all the way to the basket right there. He finished the first half with 18 points. Green with a pass to Durant. Durant's finished that half with 11 points. Those two young guys are really going to be something in the future. Jason Terry and Dirk Nowitzki once again paced the Mavericks in the first half. Nowitzki had 20 first half points, while Terry had 16. Pull up for the three. Just stay right there, Jason. That's it. It's just that easy. Now, wait a minute. Do it again. Don't let everybody go. Just pull up and shoot it. There you go. Jason Terry, just absolutely outstanding, shooting the basketball and a guy that was outstanding coming off the bench once again. What more can you say?
He was fantastic tonight. Someone else who's been great tonight is our sideline reporter, Emily Jones. Em?
Well, thanks, guys. I asked assistant coach Dwayne Casey if this was the Charlotte game all over again, and he said exactly. We're pleased with the offensive end of things, shooting 55%, but defensively, we're playing with no force. We're playing with no physicality. We're jogging back in transition. He said, we've got to come out with some emotion, some energy, some intensity. He said, we have to make them feel us when we're on defense. That's what they're going to try and do in the second half.
You know why? Emily, you got to remember when you're talking to Dwayne Casey, that's the guy that's responsible for the defense. So he is going to jump all over that, and he had every right to do that.
There's Dwayne Casey. You saw him for a moment on the Maverick bench. There's Dwayne sitting to the left of Rick Carlisle. Dwayne, a native of Morganfield, Kentucky.
And a fine basketball player at the collegiate level at the University of Kentucky, and then in this league.
He was the head coach for the Minnesota Timberwolves for a season and a half. They've made a coaching change this week.
Again.
Randy Whitman out. Yeah, the guy who replaced Dwayne Casey, and then Kevin McHale is there. When we were up in Minnesota earlier in the year, Bob, one of the most popular guys, maybe the most popular guy in the arena that night, as Green misses on the drive, was Dwayne Casey. Everyone coming up to talk to him, and obviously tremendously well liked and respected by people still remaining in the Timberwolves organization from his time there, and by the media there in Minnesota as Johan Petro travels.
I think there were a lot of people that were disappointed when Dwayne Casey was let go. He was just starting to bring that team along, but that happens in this league.
Ask Mo Cheeks.
Yeah.
Today in Philadelphia.
That's the 5th head coach by the middle of December to be let go.
Wow.
5 of them.
Dirk operating on the block. Extra pass made by Kidd, and Devin George gives Dallas the lead.
But this is the end where it has to happen right here. The defensive end.
Devin George has made 8 3-pointers this year in 10 games, starting for the 6th time this season tonight. Dallas has their starting 5 from tonight's game on the floor. These guys on the floor who started tonight are starting for the 5th time in a row. The 5 starts for this unit, the most for any starting lineup so far this year for Dallas. Keep in mind, the Mavericks have already used 10 starting lineups. No starting lineup had appeared in more than 3 games before this unit got to number 4 on Thursday night against Charlotte. And now Rick Carlisle has them out there again tonight for the 5th time this season as a starting group.
And we all know that lineup's going to change when Josh Howard comes back somehow, some way. We don't know where, but
or when
we'll find out.
Or when, for that matter.
There you go. Yes.
Russell Westbrook. He got fouled by Kidd. Kidd's first. Mavericks first. And Westbrook, the rookie, an 80% free throw shooter, hits them both. He was the 4th pick last summer in the draft. Dirk on the turnaround. Baseline jumper's no good. Devin George on the offside gets it back.
Oh, good pass by Kidd. See how quickly Kidd read that? There was no defender there. Kidd got the ball. He gave it right back to Devin George, as much as to say, the shot's there. Nobody's there. And it was there.
George almost got a steal, but then it's Durant slipping away from him to drive baseline, and on the reverse.
Let me tell you, that kid's going to be something else. You know, Texas has got some fine young players at the University of Texas.
Absolutely.
In this league.
DJ Augustine, who we saw Thursday night. And Durant spent 1 year in Austin where he was the consensus National Player of the Year.
What about Ford?
TJ Ford, exactly right. 1 year in Texas, Durant averaged 26 points and 11 rebounds per game. Second pick of the 2007 draft.
He won all 3 of those major awards. The Wooden Award, the Naismith Award. I mean, he just blew everybody away.
Rupp Award.
Those are the 3.
AP Award.
I didn't remember.
U.S. Basketball Writers Association.
But you covered me. You covered. That's what a good play-by-play guy does.
And had I not remembered, I know you would have been there to cover me too. 3-pointer is hit by Jeff Green.
It's a little bit like what we saw the other night in the Charlotte game. Not a little bit, a lot like right now, Oklahoma City just able to answer. Well, the Mavericks kind of make a run, tie it, get that 1-point lead, and they answer.
Hit for three, and good.
He's so confident shooting that shot now.
And Barea, the nice drive and dish, Bob.
It was outstanding on Barea's part. You got to create shots for your teammates. Boy, oh boy.
The hit by Damian Wilkins. Oklahoma City leads by 3. Bob talked about Kidd's confidence shooting 3-pointers this year, hitting at about a 41.5% clip from long distance. Barea has it stolen by Westbrook. Durant racing down the floor to dunk it. Another timeout taken by Rick Carlisle with 8:02 left in the third quarter. Green's got 21. Kevin Durant now has 15 after that steal and dunk. The two sophomores leading Oklahoma City. Durant coming at you, slams it home, and the Thunder lead by 5. 65-60, Oklahoma City leading. It's Mavericks game night here on TXA 21. Third quarter action, 8:02 remaining. And let's check the Dallas Morning News headlines of the
very improved young basketball team. What about those coaches' positions? That's a little tough, huh? 5 guys?
Yep. Randy Whitman, P.J. Carlissimo with the Oklahoma City Thunder, Eddie Jordan in Washington, Sam Mitchell in Toronto, the other coaches who have been fired this year, and Mo Cheeks out of a job today in Philadelphia. Obviously, expectations were high after reaching the playoffs last year and then adding Elton Brand in the offseason.
That's pretty good defense on that sequence right there by Devin George.
George just scored to get Dallas to within 3. Late in the shot clock, Damian Wilkins. Long rebound, and Barea beats Jeff Green to the ball. Trailing the play, Kidd threw it away.
He got up in the air and had no place to go with it.
Fouls Durant. Kidd's second foul.
It looked like Kidd was going to go to Damp, but then he noticed right away that Damp wasn't open. There was a defender in the passing lane. You know, there are times, and I've seen Stockton do this. I remember Stockton doing this one time in Utah when he got caught up in the air and he was going to make a pass, and he saw the defender, and it was a defender that would have been in a position with a steal that he would have scored at the other end, and not unlike, you know, a quarterback in football. I saw him throw it out of bounds, and which prevented, you know, the opportunity to get down the floor and get the easy 2.
Stockton, of course, the NBA's all-time leader in assists and steals, and Jason Kidd ranks 5th all-time in assists and 9th all-time in steals in the NBA. 10 on the shot clock. Mavs down by 5, but a three-point play opportunity here for Dirk, hitting the turnaround, and Nowitzki with a 28-point game.
Put him on your back, Dirk. Just put that team on your back. He's hit 2 of those shots here in the second half that were unbelievable. Look at the pressure. And he still gets it to go.
Jeff Green commits the foul. That's his 4th. Dirk has 9 points here in the quarter.
He's got to be the #1 athlete in the Metroplex. He really does. I mean, take a look at his numbers.
3rd in the league in scoring, 25.4 points a game. Just over 9 rebounds. Ranks 18th in the league. Oklahoma City, they're like Charlotte the other night. They just keep answering. You expect that the Dallas pressure will make them wilt, but it's not happening.
Durant and Green have been just outstanding.
Durant making a 3, came into tonight 2nd in the league, shooting 50% from long distance. Devin George in the corner and fouled by Johan Petro, a native of Paris.
Actually, that's not all bad. Petro made a pretty good close to prevent the shot. He did commit the foul. I mean, you don't want to do that, but that's only the 2nd team foul. But he closed pretty good because Devin George had a pretty good look.
Jeff Green on the bench with 4 fouls. Collison's coming into the game. Terry's replaced Perea, and the ball is knocked out of bounds, and it's off Dallas. Oklahoma City's got it.
Oklahoma City's effort and hustle is just been outstanding for a team that comes in with a record 2-21.
Yes, 1-10 on the road. On the drive, Damian Wilkins. This team is last in the league in shooting at 43% this year. Tonight they've hit at 49%.
Mavericks cannot get caught up in, you know, we're gonna outscore you.
Oh, Dirk's layup won't go, and a rebound for Petro.
Don't get caught up in that, because you have to defend and you have to rebound. That will enable you to outscore your opponent.
Durant from Westbrook. And Oklahoma City's equaled their biggest lead, and Rick Carlisle taking his 2nd time out here in the 3rd quarter. Dallas got to within 2 on that 3-point play by Dirk, but since then 7 in a row scored by Oklahoma City. Kevin Durant has 11 in the quarter. Hits that long 2-pointer to give the Thunder a 9-point advantage.
Jedi versus Sith. Good versus evil.
I will deal with the Jedi myself.
And a few laughs in between. You've just taken your first step into a larger world. Star Wars, The Clone Wars. A new adventure this Friday at 9 p.m. Their galaxy isn't far, far away anymore.
We're clear.
Sports playing in Boston, having fun. We all are energetic about trying to be the best team we can be. We're not a flawless team. We're a team in progress. We have to come out here and play together, and we didn't do it tonight. You have to continue to keep your head up, take it one game at a time. And if we can get through this, then it's one more step toward the goal. Win the NBA championship. It's for us to win, man. Just what we got to do to close this thing out. What's he gonna say now? What can you say now?
Seats for Soldiers Night at American Airlines Center. These guys are getting to be props in the routine for Mavs Man. Oklahoma City leads it by 9 here in the 3rd quarter. Coca-Cola and House of Blues want you to submit a karaoke video on Mavs.com. The grand prize winner will receive a year's supply of Coca-Cola products and 2 tickets to a concert at House of Blues Las Vegas. Show us how you rock the house at Mavs.com. I'm not entering, by the way.
Can we do that? Well, what do you want to do?
Christmas carols, if that's the case. Jason Terry, Dirk Nowitzki, the leading scorers tonight. Nowitzki 29, Jason Terry 16. Oklahoma City 7 of 11 here in the third quarter. They have built a 9-point lead. Dirk hammered to the free throw line with 5:11 left in the third quarter.
That's good. A chance to get a couple of points with the clock stop, especially when you're trailing by 9.
Looking to get to the 30-point plateau for the 8th time this year. He needs one of these 2 free throws to get there.
You sure don't want to let that lead get any bigger, because the bigger it gets, a lot of things begin to happen. Number one, their confidence grows, with that being Oklahoma City. Their confidence grows tremendously, and they start playing free and loose, which is what you should do when you're 2-21 anyway. Really, I'm serious. That team, that Oklahoma City team, is capable of winning 20 or more games this year.
So they won last year in their final year in Seattle, 20.
That's when they had 2 rookies, though.
Wilkins.
Answer after answer after answer.
Wilkins only shooting 33% from the floor this year, but you couldn't tell it tonight, especially here in the third quarter. Jason Terry. Let's see if the Mavericks can start getting some stops. They trailed by 7. Here's Petro on a turnaround. Bass working the baseline, and there's a foul. And this is going to be called on Dallas. For the Mavericks, their 3rd team foul in the quarter. Call is on Kidd, and that's his 3rd of the game. Emily?
Well, guys, one of the truly great stories here on the Seats for Soldiers night is that of Israel Del Toro. And for those of you who feel like you may have heard his name, it's because this is his 3rd year to come to Seats for Soldiers, which is a great thing, but it's also a bad thing, because that means he's been at Brooke Army Medical Center for at least the last 3 years. In fact, he came back from Afghanistan in 2005. The vast majority of his body was burned. He just had his 102nd surgery. He actually addressed this Mavericks team in the preseason and talked to them about what else but perseverance. And Rick Carlisle said it really hit home with his guys when Israel Del Toro got up to tell them about what it means to persevere through what he's been through. It put things in perspective, for the Mavericks team, and also can put things in perspective for you and I as well.
Well, we were there that day of practice when he came by, Bob. It was the Saturday after the preseason had ended and before the regular season started.
In fact, we got a chance to shake hands and say hello.
Yeah, 25th of October, I believe, would have been the date on that. Wilkins hits another one. And they call him DT, Israel Del Toro. When he came to practice that day, he said that they gave him a 20% chance basically to live after the injuries that he sustained, and let alone talk and walk. And it's Dirk hits. Great story. It was very well received by the team that day.
I had an opportunity several years ago to interview him, and he was just great. He did just a super job.
Bounce pass to Durant. Durant coming up short, passes there with the rebound. That shot may have been blocked. Collison flies out at Dirk. He eludes him, feet back right at the rim, and the Mavericks hold it within 5.
So you got Dirk Nowitzki's got 33 points. He's shooting the ball, lights out. He goes up to shoot a shot and drops it down to a teammate. How unselfish is that? And what kind, of an example does that set for his teammates in terms of playing together?
Timeout taken by Oklahoma City. The Thunder have given Dallas a real fight tonight. Mavericks trying to string together a little bit of a run here. Let's see if they can do it. It's a 78-73 lead for Oklahoma City. Now, Dirk's got 33 points. And here's the pass you were talking about, Bob.
Goes up to shoot the shot, drops the pass down to Brandon Bass. Very, very unselfish. And not only is Dirk Nowitzki good on the basketball court, he's good in other areas in this community.
Well, as a matter of fact, yesterday made the trip across the Metroplex on I-30 to Cook Children's Medical Center in Fort Worth. And that's one thing that Dirk himself does not talk a lot about, his work with Jonathan's Place and, charities that help children's causes here in the Dallas-Fort Worth Metroplex. But he was obviously the star of the show yesterday at Cook Children's Medical Center, entertaining the kids over there yesterday afternoon.
On a day between games, you wonder what a guy like Dirk Nowitzki is doing. Is he getting his rest? Is he taking care of himself? Look what he's doing. He's out giving many, many children one of the biggest thrills of their life. And, I mean, it just amazes me. And it's a tremendous, tremendous thing on his part.
What a Christmas present it would be for those children to get to see Dirk Nowitzki come into the hospital. Our director, Clay Armstrong, as a matter of fact, had a chance to go over there. The reason we had that footage is because Clay went over there yesterday and said the interaction between Dirk and the children and the families of the children there, just absolutely tremendous.
So Clay was the guy shooting all that, huh? He was the guy behind the camera.
He was. Coming up short, Petro. Collison with a follow. No. And it is out of bounds off pass.
Yeah, that's a good call. Petro hit it. I believe he hit it. And it came back and hit Bass and went out of bounds. That's a very alert call by the official.
Matt Boland making the call on the crew tonight with Gary Zielinski and Eddie F. Rush.
What you want to do if you're the Mavericks right now, the closer you can make this thing.
As Dallas gets the ball right back here.
The more those thoughts come back into a losing team's head. Here we go again. And that's what you have to force. You've got to plant that seed in their head. Then you have to nourish it and see to it that, that really happens.
Terry from Dirk hits again. Those two have been sensational tonight.
Dirk Nowitzki with a pass again.
Fourth assist of the game for Dirk. 20 points now for Terry. Collison rolling to the basket. Traveled.
See, you've got that Oklahoma City team thinking now. You understand what I'm saying?
Absolutely, I do.
You've got to get it on the board. You've got to close it on the board. You can't just keep hitting shots. You've got to close the score so that team that's been struggling all of a sudden is saying to themselves, oh, no, not again.
As Dirk goes up and rims out a three. Knocked away by Devin George and Jason Kidd. Gets it for Dallas. Terry for the tie. Long rebound. Kidd beats Westbrook there. A loose ball foul on Russell Westbrook.
That's why Kidd gets rebounds. I was watching Kidd. When that ball went up, he read that shot perfectly. It was dead on. He knew that if it was missed, that ball was not going to go off to the side. And I'll be darned, it is dead on. See, it comes straight back. Kidd reads that, moves to the area, comes away with the ball. That's why he's such a good rebounding guard.
Fourth foul of the quarter on Oklahoma City. Westbrook out. His first foul of the game. Earl Watson's replaced him. Joe Smith's going to go in. He goes in for Johan Petro. 2:07 remaining third quarter.
It's a really exciting game.
Make it a one-point game. Dirk can't get it to go. Dallas had 3 shots on that trip down the floor. 2 threes and a missed 2-pointer there by Dirk. Durant against Devin George.
Don't give him any room.
Durant 22 points tonight. Late in the shot clock. Watson on the move. Joe Smith.
Smitty's really having problems hitting shots right now, Mark, at this point in his career.
Jason Terry, nothing but net to make it a one-point game.
See, that's kind of quick again. No half-court set. That's kind of your early offense, secondary, fast break opportunity.
And we saw the assist go up for Kidd. That's his 5th tonight.
Yeah, that's a great job by Kidd underneath. I mean, really a good job by Jason Kidd. You talk about getting very, very good position on a guy that wants to cut through on a baseline. Watch it. Watch right here. Watch Kidd jump in there, folks. Oh, that's good.
It is amazing the amount of things that Jason Kidd could do to help his team without scoring. You saw the long rebound and drawing the foul. The assist pass to Jason Terry on the last basket. All of the steals that he's had in late game situations as of late. And that play right there, which turns into a possession that gives Dallas the lead on the Dirk Nowitzki basket to give him 35 points.
When you play that unselfishly, and the unselfishness looks like it's coming from the 2 guys that score the ball the most, and that's what makes it so good.
Watson pass it to Joe Smith. Skip pass to Desmond Mason, who had a big second quarter, but misses there. 5 straight possessions in which Oklahoma City hasn't scored, although they're going to get it back. It looked like Dallas had that rebound, but it ricocheted off Dirk. And so Oklahoma City, again, an opportunity to regain the lead. In the final minute of the third quarter, Watson bounce pass to Collison. Collison steps around Dirk and lays it in.
He's pretty good with his left hand, Collison, and he's definitely an around the basket guy with his back to the back. The deeper he is, the better off he is.
Last possession of the third quarter. No foul to give here for Oklahoma City. Bass makes a move on Joe Smith. Powers up. He misses on the layup. Rebound for Desmond Mason. Earl Watson from half court. So Oklahoma City will take the lead going to the fourth quarter. But Dallas erased almost all of the 9-point deficit. It was 74-65 Oklahoma City at one point. But the Mavericks charged back, putting on a show tonight for Seats for Soldiers. And at the end of the third, Oklahoma City leads by 1.
This is some game. The Lakers are mounting a furious comeback.
Here we go, fourth quarter. Just watching the clock. You need a score. He's done it all tonight. Oh, what a move.
Oh, the crowd is chanting, Kobe, Kobe, Kobe.
He shakes free. He pulls up with the man in his face. Off balance.
Oh, what a shot by Kobe Bryant. 43 points on the night.
See it. Get it. Experience it. The game happens here.
And excitement with NBA League Pass. This is your complete season pass. Order now and get the best games, countless moments, and lasting memories for only $189. See the top stars and your favorite teams wherever you live all season long. And watch games online with NBA League Pass broadband, which is included with your subscription. Get NBA League Pass now for just $189. To order, call now.
Mr. Barkley, you're here to answer for possible violations. As an analyst for the NBA on TNT, now, do you have anything to say for yourself?
Yes, I'm 1,000% innocent.
Well, is that so? Upon being asked about the team defense of my beloved Dallas Mavericks, did you not say, and I quote, my mother could score 30 points on those guys?
No. I said my grandmother could score 30. My mother would drop 45 on them.
There'll be order. We'll have
3, 2, 1. Happy birthday.
It's the 5th annual Seats for Soldiers night at American Airlines Center. Maverick front row season ticket holders have donated their tickets tonight to men and women of our armed forces. Some from Brooke Army Medical Center in San Antonio, others from Tinker Air Force Base in Oklahoma City, and they're being treated to first-class entertainment tonight. The Mavericks and the Oklahoma City Thunder putting on quite a show through 3 quarters. Dirk Nowitzki has 35. The Oklahoma City Thunder lead the Mavericks by 1. The fourth quarter is underway. It's Mavericks game night on TXA 21. Mark Followell, Bob Ortigal, and Emily Jones. And it's Desmond Mason with the score. The Thunder lead it by 3. And you talk about putting doubt in their minds and them saying, okay, here we go again. Well, Dallas did have a nice close to the third quarter as Jason Terry squares up wide open and hits. I'll take you back just to Wednesday night, for example, Bob. The Mavericks in that game, or the Thunder in that game, beg your pardon, were outscored by 13 points by Memphis in the fourth quarter. They had a 7-point lead going to the fourth. Memphis outscored them 32-19 and won the game by 6. And that's been a repeating theme throughout the year for Oklahoma City, is struggling in the fourth quarter, as it's going to be for any bad team in this league.
That's what happens if you can keep it close. They have difficulty believing. We had a technical foul, by the way, there on Desmond Mason after the basket was scored, and Dirk Nowitzki did make the free throw.
Scoreboards this quarter are brought to you by Southwest Airlines. Southwest Airlines has low fares with no hidden fees. Look now at southwest.com.
And the Mavericks go to a zone. That's a 2-3 zone.
Long rebound, Nick Collison.
And you hope it slows them just a little bit. See if it does.
Mason the floater. Rebound, Brandon Bass. You've got Terry, Barea, Dirk, Sean Williams, Brandon Bass. That's the lineup. Plays early here in the fourth quarter.
Nowitzki and Terry again tonight with very heavy minutes.
The lead. Jason Terry misses. Nick Collison rebounds. There's Smith getting free. What a pass by Jeff Green. He's made some great passes tonight.
I think that had to do with the zone. I think you had 3 guys playing a zone. You may have had a couple playing a man-to-man that time, and so you had a defensive breakdown. One way or another.
Back in front. Ball knocked out of bounds by Desmond Mason. Shot clock at 11. Emily.
Guys, Rick Carlisle's message pretty simple headed into the fourth quarter. He said, guys, if we take care of this end, we'll be fine. Would you care to guess which end he might be talking about?
He probably is talking about the defensive end of the floor, I'm guessing.
Now she's starting to sound like a coach. Holy cow.
Winner.
Winner, winner, chicken dinner. Three-pointer, Dirk Nowitzki. 10-10 to go. The Mavericks take the lead. And how about a season-high tying 39 for Dirk?
And boy, Mark Cuban is orchestrating the crowd. He's trying to get him up, make some noise, help this Maverick team get over the hump.
A throwaway. Desmond Mason recovers. 5 on the shot clock. Watson against Barea for 3. Wow.
That was a prayer. However, it was answered. No, even if it's not answered, that's the answer, right?
That's right. Sometimes the answer is no. In that particular case, the answer was yes. Barea drives and gets it to go to tie it up.
Here we go, fourth quarter stuff. And you know eventually we're headed to that 3-guard lineup again in the fourth quarter.
Absolutely.
I would bet you a cup of coffee on that. And the Mavericks still in the zone. But now everybody's aware of that. And you got to cover your area, and you still got to find a man to block out when a shot goes up.
Barea stepping out on Mason, or Watson rather. He leans into this one and misses, coming off the pick, and Bass is there for the rebound.
Big rebound, Brandon Bass.
Inside of 9 minutes to go in a tie game.
Oh, great pass.
Bass rolling to the basket. He got fouled.
Nice pass. Great pass from that guy from Puerto Rico. What's his name?
Jose Juan Barea.
There you go. You got it.
8:53 left in the fourth quarter. And J.J. Barea making his presence felt in a variety of ways. Here, the dish outside the dirt for a three-pointer that gave Dallas the lead. The game now tied.
This February, the biggest basketball event in the world is headed to the city of Phoenix. 2009 NBA All-Star Balloting presented by T-Mobile allows you to vote for your favorite NBA players. Log on to NBA.com and cast your vote. Also vote on your mobile phone at WAP.NBA.com or on your T-Mobile phone via T-Zones. Vote now and vote often. And you could win a trip for 2 to Phoenix in the NBA 2K9 sweepstakes. The 2009 NBA All-Star Game live from Phoenix, Arizona, February 15th. Only on TNT.
Forward to playing in Boston, having fun. We all are energetic about trying to be the best team we can be. We're not a flawless team. We're a team in progress. We have to come out here and play together, and we didn't do it tonight. You have to continue to keep your head up, take it one game at a time, and if we can get through this, then it's one more step toward the goal. Win the NBA championship. It's for us to win, man. Just what we got to do to close this thing out. What you gonna say now? What can you say now?
Dirk, do you know why Santa Claus has to be a man?
No, tell me.
No woman would be seen in the same outfit year after year.
Happy holidays.
It's Mavericks game night on TXA 21.
You know what? Santa was right about that.
Is that right, Emily? No woman would be seen in the same outfit year after year?
Don't think that that's not true, because it is. And don't think, when I got this gig, I didn't think, oh my Lord, I've got to come up with 41 different outfits to wear. I can't repeat.
Well, I got an idea. You turn every other one into Mark Cuban, see if he'll pick it up for you.
I have a feeling that wouldn't go over very well, but I might give it a shot, Baba.
Devin George to throw in out of the timeout. Dirk getting a rest right now.
And he needs it. I really think he does.
George misses.
Williams did the right thing. You see Williams go baseline on the board, on the offensive board. That was the right place to go. They need to find a way, the Mavericks do, to give Dirk, 3 or 4 minutes of rest. It would really help. It may not even be that long, but not down there.
Jeff Green and fouled.
Green's too good down there. He's too explosive. Long arms. The guy gets that deep, you got to try to get in front of him. Nobody knows that any more than Devin George. And the other thing that, let me point this out to all of you watching. Don't always put the blame on the guy that's guarding the man that receives the pass, because you've got to pressure the passer too. Don't give that passer time to look around and find an open man like that. Make sure that you pressure the passer to the point where he can't find the open man, especially if the passer has killed his dribble. If he doesn't have a dribble left, you should be moved up tight on him anyway, so he can't find anybody. There's only 3 things you can do with the ball: dribble it, shoot it, pass it. And if he kills his dribble and you're up tight on him, you're going to pressure the shot and the pass. Let's see what happens here. See this guy here? This guy's got to put as much pressure, arms up, on that passer, so that, see, his arms never came up. Bass's arms never came up above his shoulders, which gives the passer just a really great look.
Jeff Green did not get a three-point play. The first missed free throw tonight for Oklahoma City in 17 attempts. And Correa beat the shot clock to tie it.
Do you remember the prayer that was answered for Oklahoma City? Huh? Remember when that was answered?
There's Earl Watson.
Watson's prayer?
Correa's was answered.
Correa just had one answered too.
Here's Smith trying to make another pass inside to Green. This time it's deflected and stolen. And now Correa through the lane, underneath to Bass. And Smith comes away with it as Bass misses at the rim. Game is tied with 7:25 left. Durant. Rebound Correa. How long will Dirk get to rest? Correa to the hole. Durant the defensive rebound.
Well, that's one of the major questions right now.
Green underneath, loses it. Another defensive play made by Dallas. Now Sean Williams. The pull-up. Bass trying to get it back and can't. Dallas has had some looks.
Well, this is something else. I mean, you talk about... I think Coach Carlisle's getting nervous. He's got Dirk headed back to the scorer's table.
89-89, 6:45 to go. Rebound for Bass. That's another 3-pointers missed.
That's not a very good decision. That is not a very good decision. You've got Durant on the floor. You've got Green on the floor. You've got Mason on the floor. Guys that can all be productive in that situation. And you're the point guard running the show. And off a dribble at the top of the key, you rise and shoot it.
6:34 remaining. Dallas takes a timeout. They'll have the ball. Dirk about to come back in the game.
Clones versus droids. Jedi versus Sith. Good versus evil.
I will deal with the Jedi myself.
And a few laughs in between. You've just taken your first step into a larger world. Star Wars, The Clone Wars. A new adventure this Friday at 9 p.m. Their galaxy isn't far, far away anymore.
We're clear.
Only on Cartoon Network.
Game tied at 89. 6:34 left. It's Mavericks game night here on TXA 21. And remember that you can email us at MavsTV@DallasMavs.com. And one of the things that we always look for are some photos.
Hey, wait a minute.
I think those are your grandkids at one point in there.
Those were 4 of my grandkids from Lufkin, Texas. I had nothing to do with that. Look at these great pictures.
That's Jaden. Yes. A lot of great photos that fans have emailed in here to MavsTV@DallasMavs.com.
Hey, there's Harper.
Derek Harper.
You see Harper on there? There's you. What are you doing on there? Why would you show Harper and not show Gina?
Maria DeBass got caught up in the air because of the defensive pressure by Kevin Durant and comes up short. As we look at the Taco Bueno-Moore matchup. Second half shooting. Dallas out shooting Oklahoma City 55-45. Game tied at 89. It was a 4-point Oklahoma City lead at the half.
I'll tell you what, Bass is doing a nice job on the backboards.
He's got 8 rebounds, Bob.
Very, very crucial time, too. He's had a couple of big rebounds.
Durant back in the game. Makes a move on Kevin Durant. Blocked. Comes out to Kidd. No shot clock reset. Now Kidd to the paint. Sucks in the defense. Finds Bass, but he misses the dunk.
Ooh. No foul on that play. Very aggressive play by Bass.
Westbrook a hard drive. And gets it to go. And Oklahoma City leads with 5:35 remaining.
Kidd plays the point. Berea's playing at 2-guard position.
Foul on Oklahoma City on Kevin Durant. Another team foul on the Thunder. Terry replacing Berea. Haven't seen the 3-guard lineup yet.
14 seconds.
Well, I'll tell you what, Rick Carlisle he's pulling teeth on this one. Try and get this one.
Dirk for 3. Joe Smith with a rebound. Dirk sitting on 39 points. The Mavericks have missed 7 straight shots. Oklahoma City's helped out, though, because they haven't pulled away.
He wants that jump shot. That's a part of his game he's really got to improve, and that's the drive to the basket. Durant I'm talking about.
Now it's Dirk. Spin move to the baseline over Durant, and that will go down. It's 8 straight misses now for the Mavericks. Keep in mind, Dirk's at 39. He had 39 in the win against the Knicks, 39 in the win against Phoenix.
And he's tired. He's very tired right now. Look at him out there. He should be. He should be tired.
He carried it. Palming violation on Russell Westbrook. And while Dallas is in a drought of having not scored in the last 3.5 minutes, the good news for the Mavericks is that Oklahoma City's only scored 2 points in that time. That Russell Westbrook layup a moment ago that gave them the lead. Terry on the drive, down the lane. Now the drought comes to an end, getting right to the basket. Jason Terry.
Good decision by Jason Terry. Very, very good decision.
26 tonight for Terry, who's averaging 20.5 a game. And a shot is blocked by Dirk. Westbrook got into the paint and missed. On the move, down the lane, Nowitzki's foul.
He knew that foul was coming. Dirk just made sure that he made the catch and went all the way to the rim. He knew he was going to get fouled.
91% at the free throw line.
What a ball game. Woo.
For 40 points, Dirk gets it. And the Dallas lead with 3:50 remaining.
Nowitzki keeps this kind of performance up. He's going to end up challenging for leading the league in scoring.
Comes into the night at 25.4, which ranks 3rd.
Although it's a long way to get all the way to the top. I believe that the leading score is what, 28, 29?
3:46 remaining in the game. A timeout is taken. Dirk Nowitzki hits the 2 free throws. The Thunder call timeout. It was a basket by Jason Terry that tied the game. Eludes Jeff Green and gets to 26 for the night.
Mr. Barkley, you're here to answer for possible violations as an analyst for the NBA on TNT. Now, do you have anything to say for yourself?
Yes, I'm 1,000% innocent.
Well, is that so? Upon being asked about the team defense of my beloved Dallas Mavericks, did you not say, and I quote, "My mother could score 30 points on those guys"?
No, I said my grandmother could score 30. My mother would drop 45 on them.
There'll be order. We'll have order here.
The NBA season is here. You can get all the action and excitement with NBA League Pass. This is your complete season pass. Order now and get the best games, countless moments, and lasting memories for only $189. See the top stars and your favorite teams wherever you live all season long. And watch games online with NBA League Pass broadband, which is included with your subscription. Get NBA League Pass now for just $189. To order, call now.
This is some game. The Lakers are mounting a furious comeback.
Here we go, fourth quarter. It's watching the clock. You need a score. He's done it all tonight. Oh, what a move.
Oh, the crowd is chanting, Kobe, Kobe, Kobe.
He shakes free. He pulls up with the man in his face. Off balance.
Oh, what a shot by Kobe Bryant. 43 points on the night.
See it. Get it. Experience it. The game happens here.
3 minutes, 46 seconds remaining at American Airlines Center. Dallas leading Oklahoma City 93-91. Jason Terry with a big night tonight, and he's got tonight's Geico quote of the game. Talking about this team's rough start, it can be applicable to the season, to many of their recent games, to tonight's game, but it's something that we're going to look back at because of the way we started and because of what we've had to do. And this team's done a great job of digging out from a 2-7 start, from digging out from deficits in games on this homestand. Big fourth quarter comeback against the Clippers, comeback against Charlotte the other night, a comeback tonight, and Smith drives and lays it in to tie it up with 3:38 to go.
That's about as aggressive a play as I've seen Smith make in a long time. That looked a little bit like the old Joe Smith. It really did. Haven't seen him do a lot of that recently.
Well, let's see if Jason Terry's quote about being in an adverse situation and digging out of it. Again, it's happened this year. It's happened in individual games. Could it happen again tonight? Terry might be the one who has to dig him out of it, Bob.
Of course it could happen again tonight. Just watch.
95-93, Dallas leads with just over 3 minutes to play.
That's good. That's a good move there.
Hesitation move by Russell Westbrook, but a bad miss. So Terry just broke the tie. Now Dirk calls for it. He shoots a three. He nails it.
And gets knocked down. Wow.
A 7-2 Dallas run. Seats for soldiers. The guys on the front row, boy, are they being entertained tonight. Foul on the perimeter on Jason Terry. Dallas can afford to do that. That's only their second team foul, and you still have 2:40 remaining in the fourth quarter. Dirk Nowitzki to get to 44 points.
I mean, you talk pretty good defensive pressure. Big shot. He's got to be a little tired. He still makes it.
The ninth game of Dirk's career, over 40 points. Here's a throwaway, and it's going to be Kidd coming away with it. Jason Terry fakes a three. Down low to Devin George. He's fouled with 2:21 to go.
Good pass by Jason Terry. You know, Devin George has been able to stay in this game tonight because of what he's doing defensively. That's why Rick Carlisle has Devin George out on the floor, and Bass has been able to stay in the game because of his physical presence and his ability to rebound and be tough around the basket. The matchup's been better for Bass than it would be for Dampier or Jot because Oklahoma City plays without that big, strong guy in the middle.
Nick Collison in for Joe Smith. 99-93. Devin George this year 5 of 6 on free throws with that make. He's got 4 points tonight. Comes up short. Mason the rebound. The Thunder have scored only 4 points in the last 6 minutes. The season-long storyline for Oklahoma City problems closing games. And that's been the situation again this evening.
Look at the job that Devin George is doing on Durant. He would not let him have the ball.
Jeff Green hits. Under 2 minutes to go. It's a 4-point Maverick lead. Green started 7 of 7. Since then, he's 3 of his last 8, but he does have a season-high tying 25. Nowitzki looking for 46. Comes up short. Collison is fouled by Bass. Dallas had that foul to give. The first in the last 2 minutes with 1:43 remaining.
Mark, that's where I believe that Brandon Bass has to go the other way. Did you see him go to the middle?
Yes.
He went to the middle and tried to go over the defender and the rebounder in front of him. Go baseline and come up inside that man, and you got a better shot. Now you're the inside guy. You may draw the foul.
Going baseline. Layup is missed by Green. Westbrook has it blocked, but it's a goaltend. Score it with 1:29 to go.
Here we go again.
Westbrook
back up. Ooh, that's a real close call. That one is.
Oklahoma City scored the last 4 points after Dallas got their biggest lead of the game at 6. On the drive, in on Collison. Kept alive by Bass. Fumbled out of bounds by Westbrook. Maverick ball.
It was Bass's effort that caused Oklahoma City to touch that ball before it went out of bounds. If Bass is not making that effort, and Bass is one tired young man right now too. A ton of emotion here in this evening and in this ball game.
Bass has played big minutes tonight. He's played 32 minutes. Seats for Soldiers, 5th annual, and what a game they're seeing tonight. Mavericks lead it by 2.
Playing in Boston, having fun. We all are energetic about trying to be the best team we can be. We're not a flawless team. We're a team in progress. We have to come out here and play together, and we didn't do it tonight. You have to continue to keep your head up, take it one game at a time. And if we can get through this, then it's one more step toward the goal. Win the NBA championship. It's for us to win, man. Just what we got to do to close this thing out. What's he gonna say now? What can you say now?
This is some game. The Lakers are mounting a furious comeback.
Here we go, fourth quarter. It's watching the clock. You need a score. He's done it all tonight. Oh, what a move.
Oh, the crowd is chanting, Kobe, Kobe, Kobe.
He shakes free. He pulls up with the man in his face. Off balance.
Oh, what a shot by Kobe Bryant. 43 points on the night.
See it. Get it. Experience it. The game happens here.
$9.97. Reminder that you can purchase the Mavericks holiday ticket plan. It's a 4-game plan that is for sale. Starting at $65 per package, the plan includes games against the Knicks, Kings, Raptors, and Warriors. Call 214-747-MAVS or go online to Mavs.com. Dirk Nowitzki, 44 points. Jason Terry, 28. They lead the way for Dallas. Maverick ball, full shot clock, out of the timeout, and a 2-point lead. The Mavericks only have 1:22 timeout remaining. The Thunder have a full of 2:20s. Dirk to Terry. The shot is no good. Bass keeping it alive and getting it back. Now Bass will throw it outside to Kidd. Woo. Tough catch. Down to 43 seconds to go. Oklahoma City does not have a foul to give. You've got Dirk against Russell Westbrook. He pokes it away. Kidd has it back. Repost. Dirk, the turnaround. No. Rebound Jeff Green with 30 seconds to go. No timeout taken by the Thunder. Scott Brooks is going to let his guys go for it right here. The Mavericks lead by 2. Thrown away. Out of bounds. Green looking for Kevin Durant, who got bumped by George and slipped. Turnover with 20 seconds to go. Thrown into Dirk. Dirk is fouled with 17.4 remaining. Can you believe the end of this game?
No. No, and I'm not sure you want to commit that foul. You don't want him to run the timeout. Scott Brooks is just livid. He felt like there was a foul at the other end of the floor.
Devin George against Kevin Durant.
Devin George that he pushed Durant, trying to keep him from getting the ball.
This is the third highest scoring game of Dirk's career. 53 is his best. 51 is his second best. We're talking regular season, and now he is at 45. And now it's a two-possession lead with 17.4 to go and a timeout taken by the Thunder.
Let me tell you something, Mark. I really believe that if this franchise, the Oklahoma City franchise, will be patient and give Scott Brooks a chance with this team, you give all of them, players and coaches, a chance to grow and mature. There's some talent on that team. We saw it tonight.
But once again, we're seeing that problem of closing out games.
But see, that's where the experience and the maturity and the patience pays off. Sure. You have to learn how to win. I saw the Mavericks go through this in the 90s. They didn't know.
Different versions of the Mavericks had to go through it in the 90s.
Yeah, I mean, didn't know how to close out games. Didn't know how to win. And then when that started to change with Nowitzki and Nash and Finley, and it's been nothing but good news ever since 2000 when Mark Cuban bought the team. And he had a great deal to do with that because he walked in and the one thing he was preaching was hope.
46 for Dirk. That's offset 25 for Jeff Green, 22 for Kevin Durant.
A great respect for what the Oklahoma City team did tonight and for what Scott Brooks did. And this game is not over.
Damian Wilkins on the throw-in. It is a two-possession game. Green's got it. Gives to Wilkins. Fumbles the ball. Kid's going to come away with it. Two disastrous turnovers for Oklahoma City in the final 30 seconds.
And why would it be Kidd that's there again? Is that not the fourth time on his homestand late in games?
Big steal in the final minute against the Clippers.
One.
Big steal against Charlotte the other night late in the game.
Two. Didn't he have? He had the steal and the defensive rebound against Atlanta that
That's exactly right.
dunks.
Yep.
That's three, and this is four. There he is again. Defensively, had his hand up. Obviously, the player lost the ball, but my point is, Jason Kidd just, I mean, those 4 games, he had those 4 huge plays down the stretch. And, of course, Dirk had one. Dirk had the big save the other night, too.
Kidd hits the free throws to give him 8 points for the game, and Oklahoma City will take this time out. And, again, as you see, the soldiers tonight here at American Airlines Center for Seats for Soldiers. We got to thank American Airlines. They're the ones who provided the transportation for many of these young men and women to come up from Brooke Army Medical Center in San Antonio and Tinker Air Force Base in Oklahoma City. Thanks to Abacus that provided the pregame meal before they got to the arena tonight. To BP America who donated the fuel for the charter flights. To TM Advertising and to Magna Global for their generosity and support of the program also.
And there's one other group that needs to be thanked and thanked heartily. The flight attendants and the pilots on the aircraft donated their time.
Right.
So you got a lot of people involved in what was a great show.
Now it's a 6-point Dallas lead. Three-pointer is short by Wilkins. It's followed home by Russell Westbrook, but it's going to be too little, too late. The inbounds pass to Jason Terry. No foul is committed, and Dallas is now 5-1 on the homestand with one more game against the Denver Nuggets on Monday night. Dallas 103, Oklahoma City 99. Jason Terry greeting the Soldiers sitting courtside tonight. We know he takes great enjoyment and pride in this event, interacting with the Soldiers as the Mavericks head back to the locker room, victorious in just a whale of a game tonight, where Dirk scores 46 and Jason Terry scores 28. The only 2 Mavericks in double digits tonight.
I'm with you. It was an extremely entertaining game. It was hard fought on both sides. A lot of good things happening, especially at the offensive end of the floor. And how about Dirk Nowitzki tonight? He gets the Bud Light player of the game. I just stole this from you, didn't I?
That's all right.
46 points, 17 out of 30 from the field. Perfect at the free throw line. 8 rebounds and 4 assists. Dirk Nowitzki, the Bud Light player of the game.
He had the 3rd highest scoring game of his career tonight. He looks pretty gassed, headed back to the locker room as the Mavericks win it by a final of 103-99. Dallas is now 13-9 and 5-1 with one more game left on the homestand as we send it back to Gina Miller and Derek Harper.
Clones versus droids. Jedi versus Sith. Good versus evil.
I will deal with the Jedi myself.
And a few laughs in between. You've just taken your first step into a larger world. Star Wars, The Clone Wars. A new adventure this Friday at 9 p.m. Their galaxy isn't far, far away anymore.
We're clear.
Only on Cartoon Network.